Hello students, you are welcome to the presentation on the topic Assessment of Cooperative Societies number 2. This is the second video I am getting ready. Now I start with a problem and thereby you will learn how to compute the total income as well as tax liability. Let us go through the problem. Mandya Cooperative Society is engaged in processing agriculture produce of its members without the aid of power and marketing. It furnishes the following particulars for the year: income from processing of agriculture produce rupees 26,000. Income from marketing agriculture produce 18,000. Both these will come under business income. Income from agency business, this also will come under business income only. Dividend from other cooperative societies, this will come under income from other sources. Interest on bank deposits, this also will come under income from other sources. Income from letting of godowns 12,000. This will come under let out house property. The society donated 10,000 rupees to Prime Minister's National Relief Fund. And you have to compute the total income and tax liability. Okay, let us go for solution. Statement showing total income for the assessment year 2021. So income from house property, I told you, income from letting of godowns 12,000 will come under this particular head. Then business income under section 28, here you have got three items. One is income from processing of agriculture produce 26,000. Then income from marketing agriculture produce 18,000. And income from agency business 95,000. These three items will fall under business income, totaling 1,39,000 rupees. Then capital gains, in this problem you don't find any value against that. Then dividend from cooperative societies, this will come under income from other sources. Similarly, interest on bank deposits 32,000, this also comes under income from other sources. So together 46,000 plus 32,000, 78,000. So you have computed the income under different heads, and when you total it up, you will get gross total income. Gross total income is 2,29,000. Now you have to find out the deductions under section 80. I told you deductions under section 80 depends upon the type of SSE. All the deductions applicable to one SSE need not be applicable to other one. Here there are two deductions. One is 80G, because the society donated 10,000 rupees to Prime Minister's National Relief Fund, and this is no limit donations, though there is no limit, absolutely there is no limit to the donation. Any amount can be donated. So entire 10,000 qualifies for deduction under section 80G. Then regarding deduction, that comes under 100% deduction. Entire 100% is available as a deduction under 80G. So that is regarding 80G. So donation to Prime Minister's National Relief Fund, 100% of 10,000. So it is 10,000 only. Then under 80P. So here, for example, income from processing of agriculture produce, this is qualified under 80P. Income from marketing agriculture produce also qualified for deduction under 80P. Income from agency business 95,000, but here deduction is available to the tune of 50,000. If it is a consumer cooperative society, deduction can go up to 1 lakh rupees, but here this is income from agency business, and this is not a consumer cooperative society, therefore deduction is available to the tune of 50,000. So thus Income from processing of business 26,000. Income from marketing of agriculture produce 18,000. Then you see income from agency business maximum 50,000. And again, dividends from other cooperative societies also qualified. Interest on bank deposits is also qualified. Okay. Then income from letting of godowns, that is also qualified. Okay. So dividend from other cooperative societies 46,000. Letting of godowns 12,000. So available for deduction. Yes, so all these items are taken, put together, that comes to 1,62,000. If you deduct 1,62,000 from 2,29,000, you will get total income of 67,000. Now you have to calculate the tax on this 67,000 rupees. First 10,000 rupees, tax rate is 10%, so 1,000. Next 10,000 rate is 20%, so that comes to 2,000. And on the balance 67,000 minus these 20,000. So the remaining value is 47,000. So you get 47,000 by deducting these 20,000, 10 plus 10, 20 from 67,000. You will get 47,000 on that 30%. That comes to 14,100. So together the tax is 17,100. On that you have to calculate health and education cess at the rate of 4%. That comes to 684. So thus 17,784, that is the total tax liability. Now here the rule is total tax liability or alternative minimum tax, whichever is high. Now if you consider the alternative minimum tax, the tax liability will be 12,375, that is at the rate of 18.5% on 2,29,000, and therefore it is on 67,000, and if you calculate the value, that comes to 17,794. That comes to 12,395 calculated at the rate of 18.5% on the total income. And if you compare both the values, that is 17,784 or 12,395, whichever is high. Which one is high? 17,794 is high. Therefore, that is the tax liability of this particular cooperative society, that is Mandya Cooperative Society. I hope you have understood. We will take up one more problem. Weavers Cooperative Society Udupi derives income from following sources. Income from weaving with aid of power 69,000. This comes under income from business. But if it is with the aid of power, that does not qualify for deduction under ATP. Only if it is without power, then it is qualified for deduction. So income from weaving without power 34,000. This also has to be taken under business income, but deduction is available. This also comes under the same head, but deduction is not available under ATP. Income from collective disposal of labor of its employees. This also comes under business income only, but then deduction is available. Interest from cooperative societies 30,000. Okay, this comes under income from other sources. Deduction is available. Interest on deposits with Central Cooperative Bank 18,000. Deduction is available. Income from house property 70,000. So this comes under income from house property. Then income from other business 76,000. Okay, this also comes under business income, but limited to 50,000 reduction. Dividend from shares of Karnataka Bank, income from other sources. Then long-term capital, for this no deduction is available. Long-term capital gains. So this comes under capital gain head. donation to Sri Krishna Math for Chinnara Santarpane ATG 8,000. This comes under with limit donations, that is actual with limit donations 8,000 or 10% of ATI, adjusted total income, whichever is less. Yes, that we have to calculate. Then compute the total income and tax liability. So income from house property, this 70,000, this will come under this head, income from house property. Then business income, look at the items. So 69,000, then 34,000, then 15,000, and income from other business 76,000. So that's all. All these will come under business income. Then capital gains, see long-term capital gains 20,000, that you have to take here. Then income from other sources like interest you have to take. Then income from dividend from shares of Karnataka Bank you have to take. So thus these two items are taken. But dividend from Karnataka Bank, that is exempt, because dividend from any company is a banking company, therefore that is exempt from tax. As a result, so two items, so interest from deposit with the cooperative bank taxable, interest from cooperative society is also taxable. So 48,000. So if you add up, that comes to 3,32,000. Okay, donation with limit. So 8,000. So you have to calculate the value here. See, 3,32,000 is the gross total income. From that you have to exclude 47,000. 47,000 you have to exclude here. Of this, okay, so 1,51,000. Of this you have to exclude 4,000. So that comes to 1,47,000, because adjusted total income is gross total income excluding long-term capital gains, and the next one that is all deductions except section 80G. Okay, so here gross total income minus this one 47,000, then 2,85,000, 2,85,000 into 10%, so that comes to 28,500. So 28,000 or 8,000, whichever is less. So qualified amount is 8,000. So 50% of 8,000 is 4,000, and therefore 4,000 is the deduction available on long-term capital gain. As a result, you find total tax liability of 51,272. Okay. Yes. So tax liability is 51,272. So you have calculated the deduction here, 80,000, 8,000, 50% of that 4,000. Then deductions in respect of income from being without power, with power not qualified, collective disposal of labor, interest from cooperative societies, interest on deposit with cooperative bank, and income from other business restricted to 50,000 because it is not a consumer cooperative society. As a result, that comes to totally including long-term capital gain, donation on 8,000. So together 1,51,000 are the deductions. So total income is 1,81,000. If you calculate the tax on that, on long-term capital gain separately you have to calculate, that comes to 4,000. And then first on the balance, so of 1,81,000, 20,000 is gone. So on the remaining value, first 10,000, 1,000. Then next 10,000 at the rate of 20%, that comes to 2,000. And then on the balance is 20,000 plus 30, 40. 40,000 should be deducted from 1,81,000. So you will get a balance of 1,41,000. On this, if you calculate 30%, that comes to 42,300. Okay, so the total tax on these values 1,41,000 and these 20,000, 45,000. Together that comes to 49,300. And on this you have to calculate a cess, that is health and education cess. Earlier it was education and secondary and higher education cess, but last year that has been changed to health and education cess, and that has been hiked from 3% to 4%. The 4% on 49,300, that comes to 1,952. So together total tax liability is 51,272. Even here, if you calculate the alternative minimum tax, this will be more than that, and therefore this is taken as total tax liability. Thank you.